Unemployment is an old man, so that's the whole trick is old.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm with Jerry. That smack while they eat.
Definitely psycho.
Like it's something that
So I started like when I was 15. I started hustling, trying to make some money. But I started
saying that y'all know about these benches, but she didn't say benches.
No, she said it.
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Hey,
what's going on? Episode number 17 of season 2.
We're getting up there.
Keeping it going. Yeah, we got a couple of topics we're gonna touch on tonight. I know everybody, at least in the Southeast, is ecstatic to talk about the college football championship game. You know.
Hey man, I was rooting for the underdogs. I thought the Horned Frogs was gonna show up and show out.
Hey.
But obviously that did not happen.
Yeah, they were some pretty smooth frogs. They ain't had no horns or nothing on them.
Man.
I was rooting for TCU because they used to be with in Conference USA with USM.
Exactly,
they can do it. They got out. I said we cannot do it. they couldn't.
Hey. Yeah, I think USM would have scored more than 7 points.
I was about to say,
I'm gonna put that out there now. I think we would have got more than 7.
I think we would have got 9. Yeah. We got a strong 9. Three field goals.
Yeah.
3 no touchdown.
There you go. Hey, still more than what TCU got, man.
Man, but
so so did y'all watch it real time? Y'all just skip over the score.
I watched it real time,
yeah.
Like all the way to the end, because I just felt like I had to watch it through. It was a rough watch, but I had to.
Yeah, had to watch it come to an end, huh?
Man, it was just like every time, like I say, Georgia dominated on the offense and defense. Like that quarterback, what's his name? Stetson he's the Stetson man. He every pass he threw was on point. Everybody was wide open. Then Georgia got 2 6'7", 6'8" tight ends that was just dominating. I said, man, what you supposed to do? What you supposed to do? It was tough, man.
Yeah, it sounds crazy, but if you watch the game real time, it was worse than the score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was drop passes, it was missed touchdowns, it was missed turnovers. It was the score easily could have been they could have busted clock. You know? And then he started pulling players, and they still were moving the ball. They still could have scored.
Yeah. So at what point do you think that TCU knew this was out of hand?
Man, I feel because I think Georgia scored. They may have scored twice right before the half. I think they scored, and I think they got a turnover, then they scored again. At that point, because going in the half, it was like 35 or 40 points, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, and when they're going into halftime, the TCU coach told the commentator, "We just got to get the momentum." I said, "Nah, you need more." Hey, I said, if they had came back from that deficit to beat Georgia, they would have went down in the history books. But I could not see Georgia losing that lead in the second half. Like,
oh no.
So I feel personally at halftime they knew it was downhill.
So you think the TCU coach got in there? They start telling them stuff like they put their pants on one leg at a time. It's like us.
Y'all deserve, we deserve to be here as well.
That's exactly what he probably told him. That's exactly. But no, did you hear Kirby Smart's pregame speech?
I did.
To Georgia.
I did.
That speech made me want to go out there and play ball. Bruh. I mean, if you didn't win after that speech.
Yeah, it was
Come
a
on
lost
now.
cause, man.
Come on,
Like
now.
that wasn't even one of the speeches. That's almost like that Terrence Howard speech, that little parody they got.
that we watched
Like
exactly.
you're black, they're white. Like it was
Right.
basically like that. Like
Yeah, like you are Georgia, they are
Yeah.
TCU.
yeah, go out here and kill these boys. Like
yeah. Basically, and to me, that's also the whole committee. They gonna have to take a look at it. I mean, schedule wise and things like that. Because
yeah.
come on now, this is the one college game everybody watches. Even if you don't watch college, you're gonna watch the national championship, and you are expecting somewhat of a match.
a championship, even.
Yeah,
Two teams fight for the championship, not one team just waiting for the game to be over so they can get the trophy.
man, they showed the clip. The guys, I don't know if they ordered wings or they got wings from the concession stand, but the Georgia players they had like a box of wings on the sideline. Just, I was like, man, like every day is something else. Like it gets worse and worse. I'm like,
Hey, that was, you ever watch a game and you just feel sad for the players? Like it's not being funny. It's just like, man.
no, it's not, because TCU rightfully, like Rod just put in the chat, they earned their spot. They played a tough game. Previous game they won. So I mean they got there. We just expected more of a game, and I'm pretty sure they expected more too.
Yeah. So Rod said he knew that he said that TCU knew it was out of hand at 0-7.
Man. Well, now they had a small. The momentum was trying to. They had a couple big plays going into the second quarter, and the score wasn't that bad at that point.
Yeah, going in.
But they couldn't. Man, like I say, they couldn't move the ball. That quarterback, he had no time to throw the ball. People couldn't get open. Then, like I say, Georgia, they was moving the ball how they wanted to move it. It just.
So that's the gist that I got. So I missed most of the first half.
Mm-hmm. First half, the first quarter. Now Georgia jumped out there, and it did look like it was about to be rough. But then TCU bounced back. I think they broke. It was a kick return or something. They got good yardage. Then they scored, and it looked like it was about to be a game.
Yeah.
And then I guess Georgia, their speech kicked in, and
yeah,
and they said, "Okay, let's stop playing."
Yeah, because I looked at it. I watched the game start, but I was picking up. I had to do something that night, either Girl Scouts or dance or something. Either way, I first looked at it when it first started, and I saw the beginning of the game. Georgia looked like they was gonna do something, but then when TCU got the ball, they looked kind of like they was like, "Hey, we gonna do something too."
Right.
Next time I tuned in, it was 38-7. In the second quarter.
Yeah.
I was like, my goodness, what? Did somebody get hurt? Like maybe TCU, all their starters got hurt or something like that. Something crazy. But nah, man. I watched that second half. I saw exactly what was happening.
I asked somebody the score. They said it's 35-7. They said, "Don't waste your time looking for that game. It's a slaughter." And I did not.
Yeah,
and I'm
telling you
the results of it.
Yeah.
I made myself watch the rest of that game. I mean, because I was dedicated. I was like, this is a moment. I was like, I'm gonna cook some wings. Me and my son, we're gonna sit here. We're gonna watch the game. Because my wife, she got here a little late, so me and him like gonna watch this game. Good bonding moment. And I think he left after Georgia scored their third or fourth touchdown. He went on to his room.
Even the kids knew it was over with.
Oh, he knew. He knew.
I set the Nintendo Switch out.
Yeah, I know, right? I see his son. That's fine. Go on back to your room. You shouldn't have to witness this mass murder.
That's what I was about to say. Oh man. But yeah, man. So that was kind of rough, man. I ain't really got no transition. I know this was thrown out as one of the topics that we were talking about. Well, I do got a transition. Speaking of stuff you expected to be better than what it was, Black Adam.
Oh goodness!
Hey man, Okay, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate.
Okay.
Black Adam wasn't that bad based on DC movies track record.
Okay,
Okay.
I give you that.
All right.
I'm gonna put that out there.
All right. It definitely it did sound good.
And that's how you got it. And that's how you got it.
Hey man, okay,
good audio, right?
Okay. I can give some good high points of the movie. Now, character-wise, I like the Dr. Faith. I like the Pierce Brosnan. I think I think his character it made you want a little bit more because he had a background, he had left, he had stuff going on, came back, did the whole I'm gonna sacrifice my life. Like I think you had a story there that you could build something upon. So I think it had good actors. I think the characters was done. I think it was more comic book.
I like how you chose those words. You said you had good actors. You didn't say good
actors. Try to slide that in there.
No. Hey, man.
Oh, you talking about their individual character, like outside of
they
acting.
are outside of this movie. They are really good actors. Inside the movie, good acting. No,
acting wasn't that bad.
Pierce Brosnan was the pinnacle of acting.
Yeah, like Hulk, man.
What do you do as an actor when you get a script and you like, man, this is terrible, but they paying me
what
a whole lot of
Cardinal dude.
You go out there and read those lines just like they read them.
Hey, so, I can tell you what happened because you know that's the whole thing they've been talking about now with the reboot DC. But The Rock, The Rock was he felt he was going to take DC and lead it to the promised land. He sold some dreams. He got these folks to buy in, and look now you ain't got no more Black Adam. He out too, so it's like,
So I mean, I guess we're talking about the movie. If you ain't seen it yet, it don't matter.
It's on HBO Max, so go ahead and enjoy yourself.
It's on them
at your own risk. Look, we needed one of them disclaimers. Like we are not responsible for any residual loss of hours of your life watching this movie.
Like I was saying on a Willie post. As I watched it, I kept watching it saying it has to get better. It's about to get better. It's gonna get better. Never got better.
And it didn't at all. Like the progression. So for me, like the thing that made whenever a movie has some events, and the only reason those events happen because the main characters were stupid. that little boy. He got on my nerve. Thing moving the acting was terrible. His voice lines was terrible, and the fact that all the stuff in the movie wouldn't have happened if he hadn't have been stupid. Like that was the only thing moving the plot forward. And The Rock, what did he say? Like 5 lines? He grunted twice. Like
he didn't have too many meaningful lines. I'll say that.
not at all.
He doesn't have anything that you can remember. You can really just caught you. You feel?
Look, I'll say this: if you was in high school and you had to turn in a 3-page paper double space, all the lines The Rock had in that movie wouldn't be able to help you out. You would still need some more.
And that's what that tripped me out about the movie. As in, you have The Rock, who is a good action movie actor, a great action movie actor. And they not use him at all.
Yeah. So the thing is, I looked at the credits, he got like a producer credit on there.
Yeah, because he changed that whole thing up because he was supposed to get a cameo in the Shazam movie. But The Rock was like, "Nah, we're gonna do the solo movie. We want to bring Black Adam out there because, like, he was really pushing for the Black Adam versus Superman. Like that was gonna be DC. That's what he was going for. Okay. And yeah, you're right. Like within the movie, his role, like I think he had more quality lines playing when he didn't have the powers and he was just the dad of the son.
Yep,
like you could take that, like he had more quality. That was a more quality role to me, and I was like, once he turned to Shazam, I guess it took all the mental. It took all that out of character. Just muscles drawn and tear stuff up.
Hey, look, these muscles come at a cost, okay?
I guess
the cost is cognitive ability.
Hey, that's
so you brought it up, man. So the end credit scene with, with Henry Cavill, Superman showing up. How terribly did that age at this point? Now that Henry Cavill ain't gonna be Superman.
well, but see, that was something they added in on the back end, because as course, if you follow it, Henry Cavill, he wasn't slated to come back as Superman. Then it was like he gonna come back, and then bam, we're gonna throw an end credit scene onto Shazam with Superman. Mm-hmm. So it was like, and that really was just The Rock doing. Like I say, he was pushing for that. And then, like you say, it didn't age well at all, because shoot, after that.
So now they're gonna have a whole new Superman. They're gonna try that over again.
They're gonna try. Yeah, dude gonna reboot the whole DC universe.
Yeah.
They put a whole lot of money and time into what they were trying to build. A whole lot of time.
Yeah, man. A whole lot of wasted time. I mean, they wasted. To me, they wasted a lot of good actors. A lot of bad strips. Nothing tied into each other.
They say those guys are gonna try to sue them, because during that time they was talking about building and creating the whole universe or whatnot.
I believe it.
They had to give up roles because.
Hey. I totally agree, because I'm pretty sure there's plenty of movies that came along the way, and like, well, now I'm slated to do Aquaman 2, 3, 4, 5,
7, 11.
Yeah, I ain't got time.
I'm waiting on Justice League 3. They talking about we got to do a Justice League 3. Yeah, we're gonna skip over 2. We're going straight to 3.
We about to
bring everybody in.
Gonna go straight to 3. I just called it. Hey man, that's something what it is, man. It was just, hey man, that whole DC, it was just weird, man. I mean, if you tried to keep up with it, you could tell it was about to be broken up at some point, So
yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, and they got the last couple. They still got that Flash movie that's gonna come out. The Aquaman is gonna come out. I think in the other one, Shazam 2. I think those gonna be the last 3 of this era that's gonna come out.
I don't even know how do you plan to have 3 movies that mean nothing come out?
Mean nothing.
How you in this situation?
The only one that could mean something is the Flash movie, and that just depends on how they use it.
If they can keep Flash out of jail.
Man, they say, I just read today he got convicted, I think, or whatever, of one of them he did. Like, that dude was, but I don't even, that's a whole nother. When they made that casting, I was like, nah.
The only thing worse than the Black Adam movie is the way the Flash run.
Terrible.
He's having to the Speed Force.
Terrible. Like he never ran in his life. Come on now. Barry Allen got a little more. He a little athletic. Like, it's the worst run ever.
I'm like, this guy running like he ain't never used legs before. Like, what is?
Arms just flaying.
Is he throwing the Speed Force out before he run? Like, what's this? What is this? But I don't know, man. He looked too.
At that point, I knew.
It did not flip him at all.
Nah, man. Not at all.
They say, you look like you funny. Go.
But speaking of the cat is playing Barry Allen, I assume that this might be in his future at some point getting canceled. We talked about cancel culture, and I can't think of anybody recently who's been canceled, but I know it's kind of like in the back of everybody's mind. Even regular people scared,
Mhm.
to really speak out.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true because you got a lot of people saying ignorant stuff and doing ignorant stuff on camera. So I guess my question is cancel culture like even a thing? Like, is it really as bad as we think it is?
I do. I think it can because I still take the example, the Will Smith incident. Now I don't think it was ever really just it was publicized like we gonna cancel Will Smith. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. But heck, the one thing I'm gonna say, summer of 22. How many times did you hear "Summertime" played on the radio?
So
Well, okay. I'm just saying. Yeah. Now, for me, I listen. It was not. That's like when summer hit.
That's the summertime.
That's the anthem.
Oh, they be playing
it's summertime when summertime.
Oh yeah, they gonna play it. They gonna. It's a heavy rotated summer jam. Okay. Summer 22. You didn't hear it none. Like, and so to me, that is a prime example of cancel culture. Like it wasn't put out there like that, but people wasn't playing his music like that. A lot of people wasn't watching his show. He got that new movie coming. I think he pushed that on out. He pushed it out. Yeah. I think he wanted to get over the hump of all that. He pushed that out, and so I think it is. I think it is a relevant thing. It just kind of depends on the person.
I do too, because to be honest, I didn't watch what was King Richard because of how he treated Chris Rock. I count him in my heart personally. But as I was in Nashville, I didn't watch it. As I was in Nashville and it popped up on TV and I started watching, I said, I ain't about to watch it. And I sat there for a second.
He slept.
Okay. At the end, I'm up there boo-hooing, telling TJ, hey, you can do this. I can train you and Will to be great tennis stars. If he did it, why can't I do it? He has inspired me, and I'm gonna start pushing my kids to be great tennis stars because he did.
Yeah. And I mean, Will Smith is a case of. I mean, it's not going to be a forever cancel. Like for that moment, it was what it was. But he's slowly gonna get back into the rotational thing. He's slowly gonna get back out there. So but I do think it's a thing, and it just depends on the audience and the people.
So is that cancel culture, or is that just normal blowback from a terrible decision? Because let's be honest, there are very few people on the planet that could walk up to somebody on stage on one of the biggest televised shows and physically assault somebody and go sit back in their seat,
right?
And everything be okay.
Then
go up and get an award later on that evening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say, what's the line between the two? What's the line between cancel culture and making a bad decision? Because usually that's the excuse of everybody that's been a part of the cancel culture is I made a bad choice. I made a bad decision. So it just depends on the people. It depends on the person and your stature. Like we talked about Chappelle. They tried to come for him.
Yeah,
but it didn't work. He had nothing to lose. He had a lot of people that backed him and they were on his side. So it's like it didn't affect him none. None.
So that kind of go back to my question, like, is what Will Smith suffered really cancel culture? Or because I don't necessarily remember anybody like calling for like a ban on Will Smith,
right?
Like music or his show, thing like that. I know like some studios kind of like pull back from him or separate themselves from him, but I don't really remember anybody,
Yeah, so that's why for the example with him, like it wasn't a publicized thing. But if you paid attention to things after the slapping incident, it had some of the feel and some of the examples of a cancel culture. But being that it's Will Smith, you knew it wasn't gonna last. But I think he caught some remnants of what could have been a cancel culture. You feel me?
Okay, yeah. Basically, if he wasn't Will Smith, he'd have been.
If he wasn't Will Smith, like you say, he would have caught more than cancel culture. But he would have caught the full effect of it.
I think if he wasn't Will Smith, probably got walked out that building too.
Yeah, he probably would have.
He tried to, but he said no.
He would have been forcefully walked out. Hey, hey.
Like, hey, you're I mean, you go ahead and clock out for me. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Howard, Terrence Howard. Let's go. Hey, ain't going nowhere.
They would. Hey, yeah. Anybody else would say, okay, you gonna get one more award? Okay, get that award. Stage left. I'm gonna be waiting for you.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
But yeah, it's I do think it's a thing. Like I say, I think it just depends on certain people gonna get picked on harder than others. And
it's also it's about what you do too.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting. You say that. I never thought about that, but obviously, it would have been like if that was even if he hadn't physically touched them, if instead of Chris Rock, it was like a female and he just like yelled out something, do you think that would have had like a worse fallout if he'd have like been seen as kind of like being aggressive towards a woman
in the face on live TV?
That's what I'm saying. Like not even like physically slapping her, but like
a call her B on live TV.
Yeah, like cussing at her, like keep my wife's name, like like if it was like what was the
replace it?
Like what's her name? Tiffany.
Yeah, like Tiffany Haddish, or even what's the white chick?
I can't. I know you're talking about. I can't.
Yeah, but like if he'd have just did the thing that a lot of guys is like he could have did with Chris Rock and it would have been okay, which is like hey, keep my wife's name out your mouth, like interrupt the set, like check him right there. If he did that, if it was a woman, then he would have just did that, not even going up on stage. I feel like there would have been even more backlash.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, than him physically hitting Chris Rock.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, it would have been a lot more backlash.
So that's interesting, man. But that's everybody's favorite movie.
But hey, now it's getting flipped. Now the comics use it. They used it in The Best Man, the new series. Terrence Howard. Eddie Murphy just used it, so
Oh yeah, it's definitely firmly in the joke category now.
It's on that. And then everybody waiting because you got the Chappelle and Chris Rock tour that's about to kick off soon. So you waiting to hear what Chris Rock gonna say about it. So
they're supposed to be in Memphis.
Oh man, I need.
I want to say March the 31st.
Oh man, yeah, I know those tickets gonna be
high
skyrocket.
They said that's gonna be the closest to us, Memphis.
I believe
the whole tour.
Yeah, I can see that. So Ashley says cancel culture seems to apply randomly, like you never know when it's gonna stick. Yep. And that's kind of that's kind of what I was getting at, where I'm like, did he really suffer cancel culture, or just because you've had like PR issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have cancel culture where it's like this person like is wiped off the face of the earth. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like right now, R. Kelly is canceled.
Man, R. Kelly just had an album drop,
a whole album release.
Hey, that's why he ain't canceled.
So to me, if you were so in my mind, right, if somebody's canceled, if you show one of their movies or play one of their songs, then somebody's gonna check you on, like, hey man, like, hey, whoa, like we don't do that around here,
right?
But like with Will Smith, I feel like you can start playing, 7 pounds of concussion or something like that, and people, oh man, this movie right here, man, it's really I remember this movie, man. It really touched me, man. Like, yeah, this is a good movie. But I don't think they're gonna be like, oh, turn it off. It's Will Smith.
Well, it all depends on the timing of it. Now, like right after it, maybe so, or they would have had word to say about it. But I think Will Smith kind of took it into his own hand because he kind of drew. Yeah, he drew back. Yeah. He withdrew. He kind of canceled himself to me. Like he was like, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna leave. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it die down. Then I'm gonna come back. So
yeah, that was probably the best thing to do.
Oh yeah, no
chill
doubt.
out.
He had a good PR department.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he listened to him.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the most important thing.
Yeah, you gotta listen. Cause some folks be like, nah, they can't cancel me.
Yeah, I'm me, baby.
You know who I am.
Exactly. Nah, they gonna see me.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was smart though. But I think also it's interesting because you also had, not the same time, but more recently, you had Kanye West and the stuff he said. And I feel like he hadn't really been canceled the way that people try to make it seem like either.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It seemed like cancel culture is kind of losing its steam a little bit because it requires everybody to be unified.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. You can't straddle the fence. And I think that's kind of what Kanye fell in, because I mean, 1 minute Kanye gonna say this, you be like, man, what's going on? Then hey, he might say something like, man, okay, I see it. But he is like,
yeah. And then you have people that are like riding with him in the midst of him saying whatever he whatever
but they blame that on his mental illness though.
Well, so some people just feel like he a genius. Like some people don't feel like he, got anything wrong with him. They feel like everything he's doing is strategic. And then you have stuff like, I don't know if y'all saw the clip of him saying basically like, as far as all the contracts he was under, like with Balenciaga and Adidas and all this stuff, and then like basically telling him like, hey, these are ironclad, like you ours. And in the span of like a month or a week, he basically had all them companies drop him. And Forbes still had to say that he got 400 million, but he's done with all them contracts, no legal battles, no court, none of that. They willingly dropped him from all them contracts.
And the thing is, people say that we hope that he's a genius, but at the exact same time, like he just not rap that well. It's like It may make sense to him, and he may doing some amazing moves in the background, and he's doing exactly what he want to do. But when you just sit there and listen to him talk, and you see his behavior, it's like he has gone off the rails. I mean, he's falling hard.
I mean, think about it. If you take the Kanye off of it, and he just your cousin, your Uncle Ken,
Uncle Ken,
like Uncle Ken, he ain't rap too tight. You feel me?
Yeah.
So but we roll with Kanye. Kanye made great albums. Kanye made great movies. Kanye made some great stands for the people. So it's like you want to give him that chance, that opportunity. You don't want to give up on one of your people. You feel me? So
y'all see the new clothing line he got out with the squash kind of mixing with the.
I did, man. I thought it was fake.
No,
and then it popped up again. I was like, man, you pushing it like.
I want to get to the point where I can wear those boots.
Don't do it.
I think I need to get to that status where I can wear those boots, and I don't feel like I lost every ounce of sense that I have.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know.
Well, Terrence, they say genius and crazy are indistinguishable. Almost.
That's what they say.
Oh yeah, if
you could always claim genius. When you weird.
No, bro. We can't let our friend go out like that.
Please don't.
So we agreeing that Kanye ain't really canceled. He just
nah. He ain't canceled because
he get another. He dropped another CD and it's fly. We all listen to it.
It's gonna sell. It ain't gotta be fly. We're gonna listen to it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be relevant.
Yeah, so Esther says there's been a push toward trying to help people learn to do better instead of canceling them, though. And that might be the case.
I think they want to do that, but when it's all said and done, if they can cancel somebody and they can really cancel them, they'll try to do it. Just like Kyrie Irving, they tried their best to cancel him. They did not care about making him better, not making him. They wanted to hurt him.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And now he balling out of control right now.
He is balling hard.
He ball, and I mean that's a whole nother topic. I mean, but yeah, like you try to cancel somebody that's Kyrie ain't got nothing. They're not finna kick him off the team. He's not doing anything else. He's not out in the media, out in the news, doing that crazy. He's playing ball.
Yeah.
Living how he wants to live. You know, respect the man for that. You feel?
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of hard on him. I ain't gonna lie.
Were you?
After the in the
we talked about
it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we talked about it.
I guess I missed that episode because I was backing him.
Yeah, my thing was I didn't support what it was saying as far as like, you kind of got the PR training thing where it's like, hey, you said something, it got a response you didn't think. Because the one thing to be like, hey, like this is how I feel. I don't care what nobody say. But if you say something that is like, he didn't even say nothing. He just made a tweet and it went bananas. Obviously, he didn't expect to get that response from it. So then the PR thing to do was like, oh, I didn't mean to offend anybody or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Kind of walked that rope. And, he kind of got to a point where he was like, hey, how can I be anti-Semitic when I know who I am? And, kind of went the woke route or whatever. But no, that was my thing. It's like, hey, you making all this money, man. You all this over a tweet, man. Go ahead, apologize, be done with it, man. Like,
what you were trying to say? Shut up and play ball.
No, I shut up and play ball. Like,
I knew that was
keep your ability to play ball. Yeah. Like, nah. The thing is, he didn't need to be quiet. I need to say like, hey, I denounce. Like, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm not. But yeah. So that guy Cardo says, nah, he been Hitler dude canceled. Talking about Kanye.
Oh yeah.
So anytime you say Hitler wasn't really that bad, it's over. They say Kyrie just the Hebrew Israelite. Yeah. I ain't seen Kyrie with no pamphlets or nothing like that, but I think he definitely on that same.
Kyrie said he got an army.
Got them same talking points. So.
Yeah. He said he got an army.
Oh, he do. They showed up, man.
They showed up.
They showed up after
But yeah, I definitely.
But yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was with Ashley's point about trying to help people to learn to do better. I mean, once they go back to that person, like you got a Kanye, a Kyrie. I mean, celebrities, they got status. How do you go about teaching them to do better? I mean, because at a certain point, I mean, if they want that, I understand. If they come to like, well, if they like, well, I did not know. Teach me. I need to learn. I can understand that. But a lot of this stuff they saying is what they stand on and what they believe.
Yeah.
And Kanye already said, why am I gonna listen to somebody who makes less than me? Like you make that statement. You make that statement. I can't teach you nothing. What can I teach? What can I learn? So it depends on the person, man. That's a hard if you want to accept that challenge. And with Kanye, I feel the one person that could have did that, like I say, was his mom. And after all that happened, he kind of took a turn. So
yeah,
it's got to be someone. Yeah, that's what they say.
We ain't gonna go down that route. We ain't got no time for that, man.
No. We're gonna lose a connection.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut us
off. Technical difficulties.
real quick.
All right. So Quinn says, in my opinion, I feel that a lot of the world is so consumed with these celebrities that they forget they're human too, and they have real life pressures that they deal with on a daily. And I think that's true, man. I agree with that. Everybody's human. And, you think about just being, not saying that we're nobodies because everybody's somebody to somebody, but
speak it, brother.
Being where you are not famous, right? Because I think that's the key thing.
Right.
we still kind of watch how we walk and watch how we talk, and you're not gonna go to work repeating nothing that you done heard celebrities saying. You ain't gonna go to work talking about Hitler is,
I'm not going to be.
Hitler was a great person as well. even though you see stuff that don't make sense. Oh, yeah. So we live in Alabama, and if you go into the army base, there's an entire complex named after von Braun, who was a Nazi. You go downtown, we got the von Braun Center. It's like, wait a minute,
sure.
Like, ain't this supposed to be the South and America first and all this stuff? But like, we got all these monuments to somebody who was a Nazi. But then Kanye goes on and says something, whether it's accurate or not. He just says something, and it's like, oh, and that man. But you don't know. I agree.
No, like I do agree with that. That's why with the whole Kyrie thing, I wasn't all that. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. I was like, Kyrie put a tweet out about a movie, but nobody went after the movie. The people that made the movie, nobody said, "Well, let's talk about the movie." They
talk about Amazon putting the movie out.
Yeah, they won't talk about that. So that's why I didn't. In that case, yes, it's applied. Kanye human. He tweeted. That's it. Now, Kyrie. Now, Kanye is a repeat offender.
He is a habitual rule breaker.
Habitual line stepper.
Yeah.
When Kanye get in front of the mic, hey man, like him, Trump, they gonna speak. It's gonna come out. Like no matter what he studied, what he thought he was gonna say, when he get in front of the mic in the crowd, it's coming out. Like, at some point you want to be like, well, is he aware? Is he trying to do this? Is it PR stuff? Like what's
So you gotta schedule some technical difficulties with him, huh?
Man.
All right, his interview starts at 9 at 9:05. Okay, we need the lights to go out. We need everything to just fall apart.
Because you know it's coming at this point. If Kanye is talking, you're gonna get a clip. You're gonna get something.
Yeah. And that even brings up, just kind of the idea of people using him at this point. Like at this point, if you bring him on, you trying to get a clip.
And you get multiple.
You gonna get it.
Yeah. And I think that still kind of speaks to how uncanceled he is, because he still demands that type of attention. Like if you do something today, airports around the entire country were shut down. That's like almost unprecedented. Like simultaneously. Like they got some explaining to do.
Well, if I may say,
if Kanye tweet right now,
that's for a good reason.
Yeah, but if Kanye tweets right now, crazy, the headline is gonna disappear. It's gonna be all about.
It's gonna be all about Kanye. Yeah. No doubt. hey, you got to get the gossip over the gospel, man. You know how it goes.
Yeah, but Crowder says Kanye is a free thinker. You can't reach those guys. I think a free thinker who also can say I was a billionaire a couple months ago. I think that's really when you got a problem. Kanye in that box.
Yeah, when it started to hit your pockets, that's
But he says, let's stop making his mom passed excuse. Lots of parents passed, but they aren't going around saying the crazy stuff like Kanye. That's true. I definitely think that, that's the foundation to say that was there before his mom passed. I agree with that. Quinn says Kanye's mind is complex and it takes a special person / individual to sit back and catch what he says the first time. There are definitely people that think like that. They feel like he's, like I said, a lot of people think he's a genius.
And the thing is, with the way he make music and the way he built this business and the moves that he make, he is a genius. I can't take that from him. But at the exact same time, that all those screws are not tight in that head of his. But hey, I guess that's why he can make the music and make the stuff that he makes, because those screws aren't tight.
Yeah,
he's not confined by the restraints of reality.
Not at all. Not at all. I like that.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that'll preach.
He stepped outside of reality and he operates in different dimensions.
Hey, I agree. I can't.
He's an Avenger, ain't he?
So he gonna be at the end credit scene of the Ant-Man movie.
Exactly, quantum leap. He's around. He's leaving y'all behind. So he probably sat down and talked to Hitler, and now he had that conversation. He came back and said, "Hey, he wasn't a bad guy because he had a conversation with him." Everybody can't say they had a conversation with Hitler, right?
Stop it.
You know what, Terrence? That actually add up. That's why he know that Hitler invented the microphone, and nobody else knew that.
There you go.
That add up.
Ooh, man.
You all know what? I stepped into that round.
I appreciate that. I see.
Back in 3 hours, though.
You took us there. You took us there.
But I definitely agree, though. Two things can be true. He can be a genius, and also he can say some stuff that is, problematic as well. Whether it's intentional or not, I don't think we'll really ever know. But those two things right now are for sure true, I think. He says America don't care about us at all. Oh, here go Mr. Late to the party. Mr. Puffers.
Hey man, I apologize about being late.
It's all right, man.
We start everything over.
Yeah, just pay your fine, man. We'll be all right.
I really wish we could start everything over.
Well, I know we're gonna at least get your input on the right now we're just talking about Kanye and cancel culture right now.
Yeah, we got some good comments.
Yeah, we got some good comments. I'm gonna get through these, but I want to get your take at least on the college football championship.
Okay.
But so Quinn says when Kanye speaks, we all listen. That's true. I guess. Now, you might not agree.
Oh, okay.
We don't take it in. We don't
take it in.
He says, but we sit there and
man, but I mean, I'm at the point like if they say Kanye doing a press conference, I just don't. I always catch it on the back end, or I catch social media, or I catch a clip. It might not be the best clip, so maybe I do need to listen to the entire thing to get the whole gist of everything. But I just can't. It's like me sitting through with Trump. I could be doing something else. I just can't. I can't sit through.
My BS filter can only filter so much.
Man, it can only do it. Like I can't.
Yeah, and.
Come on.
So
come on now.
To be transparent, I'm very aware, especially when you are receiving some information from like a media outlet or something like that. They want you to feel a certain type of way about it. So they'll frame it, they'll take clips, snips, quotes out of context, make somebody sound crazy. You can watch the whole interview with Kanye. And it's like clearly, okay, what he just said in the context of everything else he's saying, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Like Hitler, like when you were on the show with the guy who's a known conspiracy theorist and crazy, and you say something, and he's like, whoa, I don't agree with that. Like when you impress him, that ain't
right.
When
nobody taking what you saying.
When he said, "Hold on, we all don't think this. This is just his way of thinking."
When he's giving you, when a guy with aluminum foil on his head says, "Whoa, we don't condone, we don't agree with everything this guy's saying."
Yeah,
that's wild. Like at that point, you out there, man.
You
really out there,
You out there.
But yeah. So Ashley says also Atlanta already told us the cancel culture doesn't really apply to all races.
That was a great episode.
Yeah. So if you watch Atlanta, they touch on a lot of culturally relevant, just reality relevant.
Yes, sir. I hate that the series ended.
Yeah, definitely one of the great ones.
3 yet.
You ain't watched it? Oh man, come on, man.
Yeah, you gotta
It
get
makes
caught up.
it makes you think a little bit. It's good though. It's good though. It's good.
Yeah, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself, man. For
Yeah,
real,
it's good. It's good. Watch it.
But yeah, that goes into it. They cover a lot of stuff, but that episode definitely was relevant, and what they did it obviously is very masterful. Yeah, and that guy Cardo says being a musical genius doesn't mean he's a genius in other fields.
I agree.
You got $1 billion. You're a genius of business. I'm sorry.
Apparently,
but
so.
isn't he missing though? Like, ain't he missing or something? Yeah.
Ooh, Kanye
from the internet.
Kanye.
Missing some screws. But I think he's still around.
Oh, he ran somewhere.
Yeah, he will. He want to be right now. He misses. Yeah, he missing from the internet, but
he everywhere, but he's nowhere.
He gonna pop back up. I think he's doing exactly what he want to do.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of time with them guys, like I say, it comes off out there, but a lot of times it is a method to the madness.
Mm-hmm.
We may not know what the end game is, but he may know what he's doing. He may have some type of strategy. You feel?
So no, he don't. No, he don't. Stop. No,
hey,
no.
I'm trying to.
No.
So I felt the same way you felt, JP, but I have to find a clip. There was a clip recently of somebody interviewing him, and he was saying that basically all these companies he was in contract with was telling him how like he could never get out of his contract and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And within like a month time span, all of them dropped him. He didn't have to sue nobody. He didn't have to pay no court fees. And he was basically like, I'm free.
Right.
And then he made a song about it, and the song jams.
Right. Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm free now.
Yeah, right. So I mean, in that context, like you say, like, was it a method? Did he have a strategy? You know?
No.
So, I mean,
anytime you lose $1 billion, there's not a strategy.
So think about it. So think about it like this: if you can say you basically made like the worst statement somebody can make, which is, I think Hitler isn't a bad guy. I love Hitler. Mm-hmm. Right? I want DEFCON on the Jews. You can go that route, being in the music industry that, supposedly is, you don't say those kind of things. And they shoot their best shot at you. Everybody who can cancel you cancels you. Everybody who's in business with you cuts you off, and you walk away with $400 million. Is that really a L? Well, if that was your goal, what you wanted to do. If you said, how can I get out of all these contracts that I'm in with these designers, with Adidas, with Balenciaga, like basically if you decide, you wake up, hey, I want to do my own thing. I don't want to be tied to anybody. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. I'm a billionaire right now, but also a lot of my money's coming from people I don't want to do business with anymore.
All right, question. Mm-hmm. Did he not go and like try to fight Adidas? Like after all this stuff happened? It was some company that he went to and like was trying to raise sand about why you dropping me.
I think I dropped by Adidas with a couple of other companies, and they told him that you ain't coming in, and he started acting fool with them.
Right. And then
Adidas, he tried to come into like premises, they wouldn't let him on or something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had just made the statement about Adidas. He said Adidas is not going to drop me in the NC.
Oh, yeah.
Next day they dropped me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's possible. But if you a genius,
no, he's not.
You gotta throw that tag on there.
Yeah, but if you a genius,
See. So
I don't know.
So next time Tyrone could have been the job. He trying to go to something better.
That fella's genius.
The
way he slapped Jimmy in the face like that, and he just walked out.
Ooh, you got it.
He inspired me. I try to be like
he inspired me. Hey, Once again, depends on
Depends on how much money you have.
Oh, no doubt.
How people receive it.
Oh yeah,
yes, sir.
for sure.
You are correct.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go through these comments. So that guy Carter says, "I'm with Willie. I know if Kanye speaks, it's some BS and not worth listening to."
Man, it's coming, man. You just know it's coming.
So Terrence, go ahead and take your lashes. Ashley say Terrence has to watch the 3rd season of Atlanta to get back to lost time from watching Black Adam. Touche. Go ahead and treat yourself, man. Go ahead and heal them wounds caused by Black Adam.
Y'all gonna get off the rock.
Hey, he did it to himself. So that guy Carlos says, "Please don't tell me y'all think he did that strategically."
No, I'm just we just playing. We just trying to provide another side of it.
Yeah, some entertainment, basically.
Yeah, you got to think. We want you to think out here. Think about it.
Yeah, so Ashley said that's not Kanye's first time creating a debacle and then releasing a theme song about what he just did too. That's true.
Hey man, true. It's the perfect time to drop an album out.
The perfect time.
Hey,
when your name hot in them streets.
So I don't know if y'all have come across Jaguar Wright and her recent escapades, doing interviews and stuff. Just if you go on YouTube, just type in Jaguar Wright, you'll see his interviews with her, and she's like kind of like spilling the tea on a lot of stuff. But specifically, she talked about Kanye and kind of how he strategically uses conflict to drum up, attention, like it's strategic. So she brought up him with the thing he did with what's the white girl name?
Kim Kardashian.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
So I didn't notice this, but she said that when he did that, it seemed planned because she's like, how can this black man run on stage and interrupt literally like the poster girl for America, a white, blonde, tall girl, and not be escorted off stage? But then at the end of the show, the song that he performs is like the asshole song.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And so it's almost like he was setting the stage for that song.
Yeah.
And then it blew up something like that. So it's like there's some things. So it's hard to like totally discount him, right? Because he doesn't just burn the house down and walk away. Like he sets a fire, but then there's some benefits for him at the end of the, at the end of the day. So I don't know.
And see, you're right. And I think that's what he does. Like he think he can try to, you know how you, like you just said, you start a fire and just see where it goes and then play off of it. I don't think he literally tried to do it a lot of times. Like, like this last episode, it got him canceled out and all that good stuff. But he just, Kanye is a genius, but he just too opinionated. And
he is my champion.
Yeah, so Ricardo says, let's be honest, only black folks checking for Kanye now. The whites will bring him on to continue to watch him fail. He's white America's train wreck. And for some reason, black America champion.
Well, I won't say he's a champion, but like I say, like he when he came out, his story, what he did, how he grinded, his first 4 albums, everything he was doing, like we was with it. He was us. He was what you could be if you grind, do this, do that. Yeah, we was with it. That's why I think now it's hard for a lot of us to see him falling into these areas, for him being manipulated and used in certain media outlets. Like you want Kanye to come back.
No. Wait, Kanye being manipulated and used.
Oh, because he get puts out there. Yeah, he
was
there.
He put himself out there.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got more outlet. Folks gonna bring him on and talk because, like we said, they just want to get clips out of him. You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you can't put yourself on all these talk shows and podcasts and stuff. They gotta want you on there, regardless. I guess the reason they want you on there you kind of can take that how you will. But if we go and we start saying crazy stuff in the middle of the street today, ain't nobody gonna invite us on none of them shows.
Oh,
So-
somebody, you gonna get invited somewhere?
Yeah, so it's
the Looney Band.
yeah. So I mean,
Still handcuffs.
yeah, the reality is like he definitely has like established a name for himself to where he's, I ain't
Right.
gonna say he bulletproof, but you kind of expect that from him, and it don't have the same effect. Like every time he does it, it kind of it's less and less shocking. It's like, oh, that's Kanye, and as of right now, you got people that's gonna rock with him. They're gonna rock with him,
Right.
and people that ain't, they ain't. And he's still famous. He's still rich. He's still able to kind of do what he want to do. So I don't know.
On a side note, have y'all heard? Did y'all hear that verse that Andre 3000 have on that Donda?
Ooh.
I ain't even listened to Donda.
Me
So
either.
don't. You
So
ain't gotta
to
listen
answer that question, no.
No,
But
just
I'll
Google.
I'll check out that.
Just go on YouTube and type in Donda Andre 3000.
Andre goes
That is.
clean off.
And hey,
So-
to
I'm gonna say that that's probably one of the. It's up there. Like
Yeah,
if
hey,
you had to say like some of his best verses,
yeah.
that like the thought, it ain't even like triple and double entendres. It's the storytelling. It's the imagery in a verse.
Kanye
It ain't even his
allowed
whole
him to
song.
cuss and everything on the song.
Yeah, like
Kanye did not touch it at all.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
oh,
that
oh, I
was-
got. So it's really just Andre's song.
Oh, it's his now. Yeah,
I
it's
got-
his
I-
now. For real.
I definitely will give it a listen tonight. Hey, piggyback off that. Did you see the photo shoot that Andre and Big Boy had over the holiday? Trying to get that outcast. They're trying. Hey, it might. You
I
never
did
know.
not. I gotta
It
look that up.
might.
Yeah, I gotta look that up too, man.
It kind of, they may just did it, just to mess with us. But hey, man, you never know. You never know.
Yeah. But let me finish the comments and I'm gonna throw to JP for his takes on the football championship with him being the head coach. So Quinn says sneaker brand, he's trying to give an upcoming company the chance to make money off him.
I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah. So Ricardo says the old Kanye, which I mean, hey, they all the same Kanye. Ashley says, are we hesitant to allow some people to be canceled because of what's happened to some of our other previous iconic geniuses, quote unquote, like Cosby and R. Kelly?
They
Sorry,
framed
R. Kelly
Cosby.
genius.
They
Yeah.
What?
I just-
You
I
ain't heard
just-
T-
we're on the
you
same
ain't-
page.
you
So
ain't heard TBT?
yeah, like, man, that chocolate factory, man. I don't know.
Two-time genius.
I'm gonna go with the guy Cardo. Just because he makes good music does not make him a genius. Don't put that on. Don't give that to R. Kelly.
Whoa! You just contradicted everything y'all just said.
So that guy Carlos says, who's interviewing Kanye now? What major outlet is he walking into and saying interview me? So the thing is, I don't know if he necessarily wants to be interviewed right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's not.
I don't think he's been out since his Drink Champs interview. Have he done something?
No, so he did Drink Champs, and then he was on like that British show.
Yeah,
And he was on the show with the white dude with the tinfoil hat who
right.
yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking that was before, but yeah.
Nah, the Drink Champ said all that in motion. Kind of crazy. And Ashley says people call both of them geniuses when it was canceling time, though. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the defense for sure, of people that, they rock with them. And I think to a certain extent, you definitely have to have a certain following, like a certain level of following to survive something like that. Like I said, if any of us went to work and was talking about how great Hitler was,
We'll do it within 10-15 minutes.
Just saying stuff that you just know is highly, highly controversial.
Hey, man.
It's so
Hey, man.
controversial that it's almost seen as like a universal truth. Like, Hitler's despicable, and if you say anything otherwise, like there's something wrong with you. It's problematic.
Hey man, Kanye know how to get you. he talked about that, and then to Sunday we got Sunday church at it Kanye compound.
Mhm.
Got to go.
Yeah.
It's just,
So
it's
now,
too much.
JP, I know you watched that game, man.
Man, yeah, you know I had to watch it.
So what's your thoughts?
Well, at the end of the day, when Ohio State field goal kicker missed that kick to win the game, I knew Georgia was gonna beat the mess out of TCU. and I, and that's I'm where I'm at right now. I'm at an athletic director convention, and that's that's been a conversation, and they even brought it up in one of the sessions. Why do we continue to try to make everything fair when in reality we should do what's right? And I mean, to be honest with you,
that's a thought right there.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
ain't fair, right?
It was.
But I get it.
That's what make it bad. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It was fair to put TCU in there, but you look at who TCU played, and then you look what Alabama played. Was that right? No, that wasn't right.
Hey.
You look who Michigan beat and what Ohio State lost to Michigan. Was it fair? But it wasn't right. And so, like I said, and dude did a great presentation on it Tuesday, and it was like, wow, you really didn't have a chance to prepare. I don't know if he did or did, but it was good. So that's how we got.
He probably prepared that Sunday.
He knew it was gonna happen. And so, but that's the question that we ask. We in the business of trying to make stuff fair, but in reality, it's not right. TCU didn't have no right being they won the Big 12, but at the end, the whole purpose of this playoff is to put the best teams in the championship, right? And Michigan and TCU weren't the two best teams.
But then again, now they got a little bit more money to their program, so they can be they can challenge the best a little bit more because they get more money and they can get more recruits, right?
No,
they keep putting the same people in. They keep getting all the money. They keep getting all the talent. It's not fair.
No,
Texas got the most money.
Nope. Tim, when you look at this 3-letter word called NIL, TCU student population is like what, 20,000 compared to Georgia. They don't have the financial resources to go out and get those kids like that. Like Eric just said, Texas got the most money, so every kid that they want to get, they're gonna get them because of the NIL. And it's gonna be Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC the upcoming years. So I mean, everything else is being watered down, but we're still trying to make it fair by expanding and doing all that. When in reality, the best 4 teams in the country was Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, and Utah. I don't even know if Utah won, but I just said Utah just because.
The fourth just
somebody.
So really, they should be playing the playoff for the fourth seed spot.
For the fourth
who's
seed
gonna be
spot.
the fourth after them schools? Yeah, I mean that. Yeah,
I mean, and so you look at what Alabama did in their bowl game. It says a lot about their program and their culture for them to come out, dominate whoever they play like they did. And, because all them guys could have easily opted out, took the money and ran whatever, but no, they didn't. But it shows how much money Alabama got with their NILs and paying their players. So at the end of the day, we were listening to Bracky Brett, the interim athletic director at Mississippi State. He was talking the other day, and before Mike Leach passed, what he was saying, what they was trying to put it out there in the college world, that we should pay the players more and we should be able to fire them more. And that way it can kind of keep a balance, but it also allows the smaller schools to kind of go and get the ones that got fired a whole lot quicker. But with this NIL, it's not. I mean, just getting kids signed on, that's just a different part about it, man.
Yeah. They definitely got some speed bumps or kind of pitfalls they got to work out with the NIL stuff. And the portal too. I think things kind of causing problems. So Ricardo say, he said, I live in DFW where TCU is located. There's literally no excitement for the championship game. Everyone here knew they would lose badly. I think that's true. So maybe not that bad, but it's the lowest rated national championship game ever for a reason. He said JP is right. It's SEC fatigue. So basically, they're tired of seeing the champs be the champs. I will say this: this might be a little toxic or a little haterish.
Come on,
the best part about that game was watching Nick Saban do the halftime show and have somebody talking about how Georgia is obviously the best team.
Hey, you saw that? Did you see Nick Saban's face though? Like he just dropped and looked away, like.
Hey,
he like you really just said that with me right here?
Bro, I was like that just warmed my heart, man. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I loved it. Because I already know what I already know what they're preaching over there in Tuscaloosa.
Just wait, right?
Yeah. Oh, like I said, man, and you could tell how them guys train, how them guys practice. Kirby Smart is the ideal prodigy of Nick Saban. Right. Because like I said, when they lost that close game, man, you knew they were gonna be like Eric was talking about the pregame speech. Man, you knew that it was gonna be a fire lit up under their tail just because they practice and preach excellence, standard, dominance. And they didn't do it. And I didn't see one Alabama practices. And man, and like I said, I know, like now, Nick Saban, he loving it. He loving it. Shit. Win, lose, or draw is gonna be Georgia and Alabama next year. SEC championship game. Them jokers ain't losing. Even though Alabama don't have a starting quarterback coming back, watch.
They gonna have something.
They gonna buy somebody.
Hey, the funny thing is, Nick Saban being there was almost like Nick Saban was like, hey, I don't know where y'all going. I'm gonna be at the championship game. So either y'all can be there on the field or y'all can watch at home. I'm gonna be there though, either way. Whether I'm commentating or whether I'm coaching, I'm gonna be there. Y'all figure out how y'all gonna get there. And they ain't get there. Nick so went.
Hey man.
But Quinn says only one team outside the SEC can compete when it comes to college football is Ohio State.
And they bared.
Yeah. And Ricardo says no one wants to see an SEC national championship game outside of the South.
Well, see, we understand good football.
Nobody want to see us.
Nobody. I mean, like I said,
rising for a long time.
it goes back to the comment of doing what's fair or doing what's right. I mean, nobody like USC. Man, who want to see USC play football? Because they don't even want to play football. They don't even want to play football. They just want to go and take the shirt off and stay on the beach. You know, they ain't about that life like that.
So they too laid back. They got too much other stuff to do.
Too much other stuff to do.
Got good weather, good food. Too much to live for outside of football.
Too much
good enough.
Well, all the food down here. That's it.
It's just like down here on the coast. The coast got all the resources. We just saw a multi-million-dollar light show. Man, these kids they got too much other stuff to do down here. They ain't trying to play no football. They don't want to go out there and sweat and run. When they go to the beach and just lay on the beach and go to the mall movies, no, they ain't built like that.
So what
the
you
last
said
time
is
a coastal team won the state championship?
Man.
Yeah, from the coast. Probably about the six. Well, you wouldn't even consider D'Iberville coach though, would you?
They
they won when they beat us that year.
That's what I'm saying. But that's Mouse Point. But that's early.
Yeah, Mouse Point was good.
But that's early 90s, like when Kevin Fan.
Mouse Point. Them boys just got football.
Yeah, and see, you got areas like that, Mouse Point.
And they want the bullets.
That's it.
But see, that's not the coach, though, really.
I mean,
Bassville not the coach.
So that guy say, Cardo say, Saint Stanislaus. I ain't never heard of that.
But see, yeah, that's a private school. But is Saint Stanislaus on the coach? Yeah, but that's a private. But they only won one championship. That was Brett Favre's nephew. So he paid for all them kids to go to school there.
Hey,
Picayune is not on the coast.
Picayune ain't the coast.
No, Picayune is not on the coast.
It is not.
Now you can go through Picayune to get to the coast. They good though.
Yeah.
They good. They good at that football.
Now it's not the ridiculous. Nope. It's like I just left Biloxi gym. I just left Biloxi football.
Nice.
It is. I'm telling you,
how is nice.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's like better than every JUCO in the doggone state of Mississippi.
Biloxi Middle School, Biloxi basketball has a PE gym just for PE. They have a 7th grade basketball gym and an 8th grade basketball gym, and then they have all high school stuff. They have resources.
Yeah, they got resources.
They got casinos. They ain't resources, casinos. It is what it is.
Be clear. It's the gambling.
Katrina money. They still trying to spend that.
That oil spill money.
They ain't got oil spill money.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother check.
Whole nother check.
Shout out to Quincy, always supporting us on the show. Say yo, and Quentin say Picayune got that running back that's going to Oregon, and that boy was a man.
Trust me, I know.
Nah, the backup was pretty good too.
The backup was both of them.
And then the linebacker was pretty good too.
Okay, all right.
And the cornerback was pretty good too. No, they had a lot of good football players.
That's all right, That's all right. Wait till next year though.
Nah, they in 6A. What point in 5A?
That's why I say wait till next year though.
No, boo.
5A dominance.
Yeah.
But fellas, it's 10:20. We've been on for a little while. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. Another good episode in the books.
I think Rob will be proud of us.
Yeah. We tried to make sure we kept our what would you call it, right? Not the producer. I guess he will be the producer.
Producer, the CFO, because they're financing this up at you.
The tech guy,
graphic designer,
Mr. Everything, the general.
Yeah, so this episode. Yeah, this episode.
Hey, look at Quinn. Look at Quinn. Quinn is the guy. Quinn is the man.
Get West Point. It's about Columbus. Man, you just lost so many points.
Did you cash that?
I know. You said it's money.
He had to shoot a couple dollars somewhere, didn't
he? Real recognize real, man. Quinn know the truth.
Yeah, man. We can't hate on Columbus High, man.
Hey, man, like they say,
they got some good staff over there, man.
A hit dog always gonna hop. I ain't gotta say nothing. Yeah, y'all got it.
Yeah, fellas, we appreciate y'all for joining us, sticking around and chopping it up with us. Like I said, we'll be back next week, next Wednesday, same time, same place, and we'll have some more Apartment 4A talk for y'all, man. But until next time, we're gonna go ahead and holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Just kind of jumped out of nowhere. He was like, "Hey man, yeah, you know, buy my CDs." Stuck it out there, and I was like, "Still put CDs? How much you pay for this? You losing money."
People that smack while they eat
Definitely psycho.
Like it's something that like
I was sitting right beside the woman. You know, it's just that y'all ain't a bitch deep.
Check us out on YouTube, and we'll be going live on Facebook next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until next time, guys, we'll holler at you. Peace.